Welcome to part 25. I'm Sank, Stooge, obake-san's ghost. This is Link's Decision 2, Chronos, the Tears of Fate. Last time was the end of level 6, and we got the 6th tier. Now we can finally enter the King's Bunker in the mountain, the northeast mountain. It's level 7. It's the only thing we can do left at the moment. But first we have to get there. Before we go anywhere, let's take a look somewhere we haven't been in a while. We have the Help Cave. We were here a few times early on in the quest just to show it off. And of course, now, since we've beaten level 1, this is the floor from level 2, this is the floor from level 3. So now we can get a little bit of help on what to do for level 7, not that I don't already know. You're finally nearing the end of your quest. You have the west of Caladia, the most powerful icons of South Caladia. You can bring the fight to Ganon in all 3 time periods. You'll have to start in the past. You won't be able to kill Ganon there, but there's a switch that opens a path to level 7 in the present. Then you have to find another switch located in the present to open a gate in the future. To summarize, hit switch in past, 1 in future, then 1 in present, then beat the future. Yeah. So, long thing. To summarize, I think was definitely necessary. And to get as close as we can to the level 7 area, I am going to take the warp. And this time we're going to go to level 4. We still haven't opened the level 7 warp yet. We've got a little ways to go on that. But level 4 is pretty close to where we need to go, so this is good, and I'm just going to... Ooh, that's not good. Going to check out each area before we go to the dungeon itself. This is the path to the King's Bunker. Normally the King would be able to enter, but with the bunker infiltrated, it would not be safe. There used to be an old man who said he knew of another way in, but he wasn't well. You won't get into the bunker, but if you would like to look at it, you can go on ahead. From the outside, of course. That's just... so you get some warning of what's about to happen. And here is the first place where it's required to be able to push something heavy. That's what the blocks there are supposed to show. These are the heaviest blocks to push. You need the power glove for it. And we got lots of Lionels in here. There is one thing here that we have to do. Lower the fence, and we can make our way back here easily if we need to from... well, you'll see. The gate is closed. We haven't done the correct thing in the past to affect the present. And the music here is from Street Fighter 2. This is Cammy's theme. She was the army girl. That bunker door has been locked for years. I have no idea what to do. Yep, because the thing to do is on the inside. So we can take the easy path out now, and we can worry about that cave later. We'll be back. We can get that. That was just something we could have gotten as soon as we got the flippers. But we don't have any use for money anymore other than buying potions. You know, we've already bought everything in the game, and we have the mirror shield, so we can't lose our shield to likes. Let's see what this is. Something I haven't been in yet. Welcome, do you need any potions or a magic jar? These are decent prices. Yeah, they're the same prices as everywhere. The only place with different prices for potions is the town, I think. We might as well get this money while we are here. So, not really anything much I can talk about for this game, but yeah, same stuff he says. Oh, and the music here is from Earth Defense Force. This is the first encounter, the first level. But that was 9 villages that, was my previous quest. It was basically Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 overworlds combined into one place. So it was one big quest that had both of those. But it was a ridiculous amount. So you see that's still closed. It used a full 9 overworlds maps. So that is, I don't even know how many screens, but basically the Zelda 1 map was sort of blown up by 4 times. Do you know how to get that bunker door open? I've never seen it open. So that does it for the future. We can exit the bottom here to keep going. Because next we actually go to the past, where we have to go. But yeah, it was enormous overworld. Going the wrong way in here, but oh well. So there was a warp system. What it had was an overworld map that was, a 10th overworld map that was just kind of a world map. You started out next to a blue warp, and the guy who gives you the sword tells you to take the warp. That brings you to the world map, and it unlocks that location so you can get to there anytime you need to from the world map in the future. You can also take a look at the entire world map at that point. There's 36 screens, so each overworld map is broken up into 4 quarters, and each quarter has a warp in it. So that made moving around in the enormous overworld a little easier to deal with. And yes, this is the music from Super Mario World. The areas are easy enough. And you can see here, while we could go down, we can't come back up from the warp to the south this time. That's okay, it'll be easy without that. And of course, just like the others, there's a cave here. There's a switch in the bunker that will keep the door from closing. So that is what we have to deal with. So into the bunker. And the music here is Earthbound: The Second Battle. Earthbound was Ness, who's popular in Smash Brothers, and then Lucas also. Just kind of a very weird theme. And these guys are always fun. But easy enough to kill and good for health. As long as I can keep them occupied. There's a key. It's kind of a difficult spot to get to. Okay, couldn't quite make it. And if you didn't notice, there was a locked door to the north of there that did not look like a normal shutter. It looked like a jail cell kind of bars. That is a door that's been locked by a switch. So we'll have to deal with that. Oh, this thing. There is no way on the east side to get to that key. But I can do this. So we can't go to the north now. But we can get the key and come back. And this time we can take that side. But we wouldn't be able to get the key if we went this way. Well, here is one of the switches. No, I gotta go this way. So now we can go back to the overworld. I don't really need money still, oh well. So that is the past. Yeah, at the 9 villages, everything was kind of where it was in the game, but it was a much bigger scale, so it was still very different to explore. But things were in the same basic place as they were. So yeah, there were places that were named from Zelda 1, like the fairy locations. Each of those were named for a fairy. There were 3 if you include the second quest. Hey, now the bunker door is open. It's open in the future also. And actually, yes, now would be the time to go into that bombable cave and make a way in. The bunker door has been open as long as I've been alive, no idea why. Same person, same place. But, yeah, the Zelda 1 stuff was the same as where everything was. We had the magical shortcut and stuff like that. And Zelda 2 stuff was where it was too. And the idea was from an old map I got with one of the cartridges at a garage sale that showed, it was artistic, but it showed Zelda 1 south of Zelda 2, and Death Mountain kind of was in the same place for both of them. So it worked out pretty well. So I just made an enormous map, you know, enormous 9x9 overworld, or 3x3 overworld, 9 overworld maps of that. And stuff like the Guardian in Zelda 2, that was the creature or whatever you had to use the whistle for. It was asleep and you needed to wake it. So that actually is in the exact same spot as it was. And you can see here's another barred door, I guess would be a good description instead of locked, shut, or whatever. Okay, that was not intentional. Would not want to cause that little of an amount of damage. So that was nothing. We can go to the east. We don't have to worry about them. But this will be a fun game. Like I'll be likely getting out of here with full health again. And there we go. Just had to keep giving me hearts. And if it wasn't obvious, the music here. This is from Bowser's Castle in Super Mario Kart. It's a song that's still used in the Mario Kart games. And of course it's also similar to Mario. So we can't take those. That's actually a cross path. Let's see. Actually, yeah, there's no way to get there. Alright, that side worked out. Oh. Boss Scream isn't going to do anything. Yeah, now this side has got nothing to do. That works out though. So we've hit a second switch, and that one is going to open something inside the dungeon in the future. Another thing that the 9 villages had was obviously the towns. I counted up 9 of them total, sort of. What I did was I took Kakariko Village, since that's the only thing that isn't actually on the map. So I just kind of put that where Link starts out in Zelda 1. So, that just sort of made sense to me. And there were the other villages that were Zelda 2. Zelda 2 had, well, the names of the towns were used in future games for other names. I think with just the one exception. But like Rudo and Rauru, Naburu, they were all reused later. Saria was one of the towns, either for characters, the sages, or even just locations. And that brought us up to a good number, 8, but that didn't get us all the way to 9. Zelda 2, there were 2 castles. One of them was the North Castle. That's where you started out in the game. That was where, in Zelda 2, Princess Zelda is asleep. I don't remember exactly, waiting for you to get the Triforce to wake her. The third Triforce piece. But whatever the case, that was your safe starting spot. And there was the door that opened up just to see again the barred door opened. The other barred door to worry about is the other side of this room, which is not an easy room to fight in, but that's alright. I don't want to take too much magic by stepping on those spikes. Well, at least I know which way to go from here. Sort of. So anyways, we got the 8 towns, and North Castle was that. The other castle was the Great Palace. That was where Ganon was in Zelda 2 after the Path of Fire. So, in 9 villages, that is the castle that's under Hyrule control. And Ganon is hiding in the North Castle instead. So I put a town in front of, or around, the Great Palace. Kind of tiredly called Castle Town. That's a little too on the nose, but that was in fact the name of the town in Ocarina of Time. So I'm not making up that either, or that name either. Can't quite catch a break. And of course, no, not the boss. We've still got a ways to go. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. Yeah, the Staphos 3. We haven't dealt with them really too much other than the Coin Cave. Plenty of them there. Alright, good to get back to full magic. I can always use Nehru's Love if I need to. That was the spell that makes me temporarily invincible. Alright, easy enough to get back. So yeah, Castletown was just the location outside the Great Palace, and you even still had to go through the Path of Fire to get to the Great Palace. But that was just one of the optional dungeons in the game. Similar to the ridiculously long overworld, there were 18 mandatory dungeons, and a whole bunch of them were multiple floors, so they were all bigger than the dungeons in this game. So there was two other things from the 9 villages that are worth mentioning. First of all, similar to this, we have music from a variety of old video games. Like this one here, which is the last level 7 song until we beat it. This one is got Gradius 3, the enemy song. So yeah, that one had, I don't know, maybe 90 or so different locations, including the dungeons and caves, and every one of them had its own music. I'm just gonna keep going there. So that was a nice, easy way to get a little bit of health if I needed it. Of course, I say the same thing about these guys. Or I would anytime my sword isn't stolen. And my sword's stolen again, but that's okay. The other cool thing about that particular game, I gotta kill these guys again all over again anyways to go west. Well, the other thing was the Lost Woods. Normal Lost Woods, you have to go a set of 4 directions to solve the maze. Like in Zelda 1, you had to go northwest, southwest to open the way through the Lost Woods in the southwest of Zelda 1. That one that I made was a string of those rooms. And you spoke to somebody who gave you hints. The puzzle was in 3 pieces, just a series of directions, and you had to figure out where to start the directions and which order to put the 3 sets in. There was another similar thing for another part of the Lost Woods, and a harder thing for a little bit of money, nothing important. So that's something to keep in mind, the Lost Woods thing. I will talk about that again, I guess, but we are just about at the end of the level. We just have a fire-breathing Leon to deal with. These are taking too long. I'm just gonna plow through this. Level 7 Whistle Warp unlocked, leads to the room you just finished. So we can make our way here again, but I am going to end it here, and we'll start next time finishing off level 7. Thanks for watching.